All right. What a doozy of a day this has been. Well, hello everybody. Soul Commodore here again. Back at you. And in case you're wondering, because I just realized this is like the third stream in a row that I've been wearing a black sweater. Hey, it is what it is, right? It's comfortable and it's easy to stream in, and I like it. So yeah, welcome in. Today we're going to be working some more on this painting, like we have been for the last little bit. Let me just get some of these ripples out. But yeah, we're going to be working on that. We're only going to be together for an hour today, and I'm going to explain why. Because it is quite the story, I must say. Quite the story indeed. Also, in other news, because you know how I was, I was having troubles with my stream in terms of like, the stream was buffering and stuttering, and I was freezing and everything. And I said, well, I was going to contact my service provider to see what's going on. In the meantime, I switched my OBS functions, or my settings, so that instead of dropping frames, it would just lower the bit rate without dropping any frames, right? However, I think it's actually something that's going on with my OBS itself. Because I just did 3 separate speed tests of my internet, and the internet is fine. Upload speed is like 10 to 12 kilobits a second, which is more than enough to comfortably stream like 3,000, like have the bit rate at 3,000, right? And right now the bit rate is 522. There's no drop frames, but it's 522. So I got to figure out what's going on. I think it's OBS. Something happened with OBS, or it's something with my computer. I don't know why. But something's going on. But I digress. Let's start painting, and I can tell you all why we're only going for an hour today. Because it is quite the story. Let me tell you. It is quite the tale. Potato02, thank you for the follow. I very much appreciate it. Welcome in. I hope you enjoy your stay. I hope you enjoy your stay. All right. So we got that together. Let's grab a brush. What brush we want to use today? We want to use this one. Okay. So primarily what we're going to be doing is we're going to be starting with this chair, kind of shoring things up, and then we're going to start sketching out where that chair in the background is going to be. Yeah, that's the plan. So let me grab my reference image as per usual. Could have had it up beforehand, but I didn't. So here we are. Okay, so let me explain to all of you wonderful people why we're only going for an hour today, which is shorter than we usually go. So I finished work at 4 today, okay? Which is fine, And I had to go pick up groceries. We pre-ordered the groceries because we got a deal where we got like points on our well, it's my card, but I say the royal hour, for me and my girlfriend. Because the points will be used for both of us with future groceries. But anyway, there was a deal we got online. If we ordered online, we got like points on our card. So more points than we usually do. So I had to go pick up groceries. And then I had to stop and grab my inhaler prescription because I have chronic asthma, right? Now, don't you all worry. It's not bad. Like I can do everything I want to do. It's a rescue inhaler, right? Or is it? We'll get to that. It's a rescue inhaler, so I just take it when I need it, and we're good to go, right? So, I get to the store probably around 4, quarter after 4, let's say, right? And I call in for them to bring the groceries out, and they do. I should preface this by saying that no one in this story did anything wrong. Nobody at the pharmacy did anything wrong. Nobody at the store. No one in traffic. Nobody did anything wrong. Okay, this is just a confluence of things that just led to something humorous, kind of annoying, but at the end of the day, it's, it is what it is. That's how life goes, right? So my goal was to pick up these groceries, pick up my inhalers, get back home, eat dinner, and work on a grant that I'm working on for a little bit, and then we would stream, right? Because the grant is due, I think, at like 10 o'clock tonight, because I'm a procrastinator. So that was my plan. And of course, man plans and God laughs. That's an old phrase. That's very true, because things do not work out the way you want them to, ever. I shouldn't say never, but things have a habit of not going the way you want them to. So I get to the store, and everything's going as planned. The dude brings out my groceries, and everything's hunky-dory, everything's fine, everything's great. Now, there were some things that we forgot to order on the online order that I just had to run in and get. And ladies and gentlemen, and otherwise, I swear to you, from the time it took me, because I was parked in a pickup parking space, right? So I couldn't stay parked there. In the time that it took me to go from the parking space I was in over to the other parking lot to go get my groceries, to go get the groceries that I forgot to put on the list, it's like everybody in my city got off of work at the same time, and they all decided to go to the grocery store. Okay? Like, I got in there, and it was crazy busy. Like, I got out of my car, and it's like, where did all these cars come from? Like, it was nuts. Now, what had probably happened was, while I was waiting for the groceries to come out, all these people came in, and I wasn't paying attention, right? But it got extremely busy. So it took a little bit longer than I thought to get the groceries that we had forgotten on the list. And it's like, okay, well, that's fine. Okay. So, next stop was to go get my inhaler. Now, I said that everybody hit the road to go get groceries. Well, everybody also hit the road, like got out of work at the same time to go do whatever else that they needed to do. Therefore, the roads were extremely busy, to the point that I had to take a detour to the pharmacy, because the intersection that I would usually turn left at to go to the pharmacy was completely filled up with cars. Like, I turned to get into that lane, and there was nowhere for me to go. So I had to go, like, up a couple of blocks and over, and just basically had to detour. And traffic was moving slow because, again, everybody got out of work at the same time. These are the things that you miss when you don't have to commute to work anymore, which I don't, thankfully, and I don't take that for granted. But you forget just how crazy traffic can get. And so I'm here, let me just check something real quick. Yeah, okay. We're good. So I had all that to do. So I make the detours and I get to the pharmacy, and the pharmacy is also busy because why not, right? There are people, and I don't begrudge any of these people. They need to get groceries. They need to do what they need to do. They need to get their medication. I don't begrudge any of them for being out and about, because I am also out and about. One of the things I saw online on Reddit once, and it rang true to me. And I was never one to really get mad at traffic anyway. I don't really get bothered by traffic. But seeing this quote on Reddit kind of like synthesized that for me, and I was like, exactly, right? That's it. And I've told it to my girlfriend since, and she's like, oh, okay, I get that. Basically, it's not unfair to like criticize traffic, and it's not unfair to be bothered by traffic, but if you're complaining about traffic when you're in traffic, you're also part of the traffic, you know. So, I mean, I could complain about all these people out and about slowing me up, but I'm probably slowing someone else up because I'm also out trying to get stuff done, right? So, I don't begrudge any of these people for being out and trying to get their stuff done before they go home. Or if they had been home, they want to get back home, right? Because I want to do the same thing. So that I hang out with you lovely people. So, I go into the pharmacy, and there's a bit of a line, but it's not too crazy. I mean, it was a pretty long line, but whatever. It's a pharmacy. You know, they're busy anyway. Because people need their medications. So I get up to the front of the line finally. And just to give you an idea of how much time had passed, I'd gotten to the grocery store at 4:15. This entire trip should have probably taken a half hour tops. It was 4:15. It was now 5 o'clock. Right? It was now 5. Well, actually, it was 10 after 5. It was 10 after 5. Right? So I get to the front of the line and I say like, okay, well, I'm here for my inhaler. And they were like, oh, it's actually not ready yet. Now, what had happened was before anyone like says like, oh man, those pharmacists, hear me out. What had happened was I had transferred just recently my prescription from another pharmacy to this one that was closer to our house, right? So I had gotten the notification via email that the prescription was ready, but the wording was, and this is, I guess it's the site designer's fault, the wording was that the prescription was ready, not the prescription transfer was ready, right? Or maybe it is prescription transfer is ready and I just read it wrong, which is also possible because I'm kind of an idiot, right? So anyway, they were like, yeah, the prescription is not ready. We can have it ordered for tomorrow. And I was like, okay, that's fine. Like I've got enough in my inhaler to last me for like another week or so, right? And if I got to stretch it out after that, I can stretch it out. Like that's no problem. This is not my first rodeo. So then the gentleman filling out the prescription is like, oh, it's actually not letting me fill it because you're on a drug plan, right? And I was like, yes, through work, I'm on a drug plan. They're like, oh, the drug plan isn't actually letting me do it because it says it's like an early, you're trying to redeem this early. Like you're trying to get your prescription too early. And I was like, well, I do have refills. And he said, okay, well, yeah, it says that it's too early. Do you know when you got this last one? And I was like, I have no idea. I know that I only got 2. Usually I get 3, but I only got 2 inhalers because they were back stocked. So, I don't know, probably in July maybe I got it. So he calls over his manager, and again, this wasn't like, no one was in the wrong here. We were just trying to figure out a problem, right? Because I was just like, oh yeah, I mean, if it's too early, it's too early. I just want to know why it thinks it's too early, because I don't think it's too early. So the manager comes up and he's like, oh, yeah, so your drug plan has basically determined that this particular prescription is for it pays out two inhalers every 100 days, and that 100 days hasn't passed. Like you got this in July, like mid-July, the 100 days hasn't passed. Like it's not even close to passing, so you probably won't get this until like the end of October, or like probably mid-October. And I was like, well, okay, that's all well and good, but my inhaler's not going to last that long, and I'm going to need one. And he's like, okay, so like, I was like, yeah, because that seems really short, like 50 days per inhaler. Like I usually go through an inhaler in like 30 days. Like I usually get one per month. And he was like, yeah, that seems short. And then he looked at the prescription itself, and this is the kicker, y'all. He looks at the prescription itself, and he's like, oh wait, no. Given what it says on the actual prescription, it makes sense. because the actual prescription is that I take 1 to 2 puffs of this inhaler per day. For those of you who don't know, there are different types of inhalers because there are different levels of asthma, right? My asthma isn't very severe, right? So way back when I was a teenager, my doctor took me off of an inhaler that was a much stronger relief inhaler and put me on Bricanyl, which I was led to believe at the time by my doctor when I was like 16 or so when I switched over to this inhaler, that this is a relief inhaler. This is a rescue inhaler. You take this when you need it, right? This isn't like Symbicort, where it's like you take it at the beginning of the day and you don't take any more. You just take it at the beginning of the day, right? This was prescribed to me as you take this when you need it. Somewhere since from the time I was 16 to the time now that I'm 32, somewhere in those 16 years, the prescription got switched without me or anyone else noticing that I was only supposed to take 2 puffs per day. And every single drug plan that I've been on since that time, which there's only been 2 of them, the one I have now and the one that I had in my previous job, in that time, they were basing the amount of inhalers that I got and when I got them based on this faulty reasoning that you only take 2 per day. And it's like, no, I can take like up to like 8 per day, like depending on what sometimes I only take 2 per day because my asthma is not bad that day. And some days it's a lot worse. So yeah, we gotta fix this. So long story short, they're sending a fax to my doctor to change the prescription, and I can go in tomorrow. Now I'll have to pay full price at the time to get an inhaler. Thankfully, they're not extremely expensive. I lucked out there. They're not super duper expensive, but I have to go back tomorrow, pay for that, and then I'm basically gonna contact my drug plan people and be like, hey, here's the situation. Any way that we can waive this so that I don't have to... Is there any way I can get my money back? And if I can't, I can't, and that's fine. But if I can, that'd be cool. I'm not going to make a big stink about it. It's just one of those things where it's like, hey, if this can be done, can we do it? Because technically I'm supposed to be covered on this plan. And again, it's not the insurance company's fault, which is weird to say, but it's not. Just somewhere along the line, the definition of my prescription was switched to where I was only supposed to 2 puffs per day, which is strange because this inhaler is not that kind of inhaler. Or maybe it is, and I've just gotten it wrong from the get-go. But I remember very distinctly being told, you take this inhaler when you need it. Whether it's twice a day, whether it's 8 times a day, you take it when you need it. So that's what I've been doing. But the insurance company isn't interpreting it that way because that's not what the actual prescription says. So we got to get all that figured out. So, long story short, I got back home at quarter to 6 and started up the stream, which means I didn't get to eat. I didn't get to work on this grant at all, which is why we're only going till 7 today, because I got to get that stuff done and I have to eat. Eating is important, in case you didn't know. So I have to get some supper. But yeah, wild and crazy day. And again, nobody was in the wrong here. If there's anybody who's in the wrong, it's whoever decided to change the label on my prescription whenever they did it, that made it read that I was only supposed to take 1 or 2 puffs per day. Because that's typically the prescription given to a stronger inhaler, given to someone whose asthma isn't mostly under control, right? Because it's a much stronger corticosteroid, which is only why you're supposed to take 1 to 2 per day. From my understanding, Bricanyl isn't like that. Bricanyl is a much milder corticosteroid. Now again, I could be wrong, but that would mean my doctor all those years ago was wrong also. Which, I mean, that could also be. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, that's why our time is abbreviated today. So I apologize for that, but a boy's got to finish. A boy's got to finish a grant, and a boy's got to eat. Especially with all the work I've been doing in the gym, I definitely got to eat. Anyway, that's my story time for today. How's everybody else doing? How's everybody doing? Just gonna check something online real quick. Bear with me. Okay, there we go. There we go. Hey! L! Welcome in, welcome in. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Let me give a quick shout out to L. How you doing? How was your stream? How's your stream? Yo, Jex! Welcome in, welcome in. Also, can you please enter? There we go. Shout out to L. How was the modeling going today? Were you still working on the hair? Hey, you're not late. You all are right on time. Whenever you all decide to come in is right on time. Today was sketch. Oh, that's right. How were the sketches? I forgot. I forgot it was Thursday. I'm stuck on Wednesday mode. But yeah, how were the sketches? But yeah, if y'all in here want to see some fantastic art, you should go follow L. He is a fantastic artist, I think. I was just telling a fun story. I feel better about some than others, sadly. I mean, that's fair. I get that. I get that. I feel that. Xanady system. Tired today, about to make some dinner. Came in with L. Well, welcome. Welcome in. Also, I like that name, Xanady system. I like that. I like that. Y'all missed a very fun story that I was telling about why we have to cut stream a little bit short today. I will cut this story short. But here's the thing. We usually go till 8. We're only going till 7 today because before stream, I had to go to the store at like 4 o'clock to pick up some groceries, and then I had to pick up a prescription. And I'll reference. I will preface this again. Nobody in this story is at any fault whatsoever. Nobody did anything wrong. Basically, I got to the grocery store about 4:15. Got my groceries. And then I had to pick up some other groceries in the same store that I had forgotten to order. Because the first order I ordered online for pickup, and then realized that we forgot some stuff, so I had to go in the store. In the time it took me to pick up the... to get the pickup order, to the time that I actually walked into the store, like, everybody in my city got off of work, and everyone went grocery shopping. Right? So the store was very busy. Traffic was very busy getting to the pharmacy. The pharmacy was very busy. And then the pharmacy, we had some trouble getting my inhaler prescription because somewhere along the line, my prescription, I have a rescue inhaler, right? It's a Bricano rescue inhaler, which means like if you've got mild asthma and you just need, a puff or two to like stop like mild symptoms, then you take that and you're good, right? That's what my inhaler's for. And when I was prescribed it when I was like 16 or so, my doctor at the time said that you take this when you need it. You take this when you need it. there are stronger corticosteroid inhalers where you only take it once or twice per day because it's too strong a steroid, right? And it's supposed to relieve your symptoms for, stronger forms of asthma through the day, right? That's what those ones are for. Well, somewhere along the line, my prescription was switched without me or anyone else really catching it to match the prescription of a much stronger inhaler, where you're only supposed to take 1 to 2 puffs per day rather than taking it when you need to. And as a result, my drug plan, which I'm very thankful I have a drug plan, but my drug plan wouldn't actually let me get my inhalers today because it's like, you shouldn't have run out of your inhalers yet because you're only supposed to take 1 to 2 puffs per day. That's supposed to last you 50 days, 60 days actually. So it's 120 days. Well, the prescription says you get 2 inhalers for every 100 days. Or sorry, not the prescription. That's what the drug plan pays for, right? That's what they're paying for. And I was like, but I go through an inhaler in like 30 days, not 50 or 60. But that's what we figured out. For some reason, the label says that I'm only supposed to take like 1 to 2 puffs of this thing per day. And it's like, nope, that's not correct. I take it when I need it. And sometimes that's 2, sometimes that's 8. Depends on how bad my asthma is that day. So long story short, they're getting all that figured out with my doctor. And I have to go back to the pharmacy tomorrow to pay in full for an inhaler, but I'll just get that. I'll just contact the drug plan people and say like, hey, this is the situation. Now, what does all this have to do with what does all this have to do with my with the stream being cut short? I have yet to eat, and I was planning on getting the groceries, getting my inhalers, coming back here, eating dinner, and working on a grant. And then streaming, because the grant's due today at like 10 p.m. But now I don't really have the time to do that, so unfortunately I'm going to have to cut stream short so that I can work on that grant and eat some food, because eating food is important. Hey, Xanity System, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. Hey, Rain. Bitrate going crazy? Yeah, okay. I got to talk about that too. And hey, Dr. Noise, I've heard that somewhere. Yeah. Yeah. But welcome in. Welcome in, Bill. How are you? And welcome in, Rain. Absolutely. Am I using acrylic or oil or... Oh, this is acrylic. Sorry. Yeah, this is acrylic. And yes, eating is very good. Eating is good for you. People should do it. Provide you nutrients that you need to keep your body moving and grooving. But yes, usually my art streams are an hour and a half to 2 hours. Unfortunately, today it's just going to be an hour. But hopefully that doesn't deter you, any newcomers from coming back. But yeah, that's the situation. Eating provides me entertainment. Acrylic is probably my favorite paint medium to use, just forgiving enough. Yeah, me too. Acrylic's definitely my favorite. Bill not answering the question makes me think Bill hasn't eaten. Yes, so in terms of the bit rate, okay, so there's something going on, and I don't know what's going on. Okay, so originally, last week we had a lot of bitrate issues where I was dropping frames and everything. And I didn't know why. I thought it was because of my internet connection, which shouldn't happen because we've got fiber, right? However, today, like I did a thing on OBS where you can switch it so that the bit rate changes dynamically so that you don't drop any frames, but the bit rate will change, right? So that's what I changed it to. And yesterday I had that setting on, and apparently the stream worked fine. like all the way through. Today the bit rate's really, really low, but I keep checking, like I keep speed testing my internet, and my internet's actually at the levels that it's supposed to be in terms of upload and download speed. So I think there's something going on with OBS or my computer itself that is like killing the bit rate, and I don't know why. So I'm gonna have to research that. So honestly, short stream gives me incentive to come back so I can see what it's like when there's less stress and such. Ah, well, that's good. Don't worry though; it's not really stressful. Like that story I told, it was more of a funny confluence of things, you know. Because I was like, of course, I had all these plans for stuff I wanted to do, and of course, none of it's coming to fruition. Because that's just how life goes, you know. I find watercolor more entertaining than acrylic. I really enjoy watching people do watercolor. I cannot do watercolor myself. I am terrible at watercolor painting. I've never gotten the hang of it. Yeah, the variable bit rate. When's the last time I restarted my router? That was probably last week, actually. Last week. It could be a congestion issue. Yeah, it could be, but it's weird because we've never had any congestion issues before. And then all of a sudden, just we come back from Montreal and all of a sudden all of my streams are like trash. It's weird. I don't know terribly much about computers, but any tests you do... Yeah, I'm gonna have to research it. Hey, Reezy's in here with her work lurk. Let me go say hello. Don't worry, Jex. Don't worry, Jex. It's all good. It's all good. I will say that for most people, I think they would agree with you that watercolor is more forgiving than acrylic. I can't say that I've had that experience because it's never been forgiving for me. Watercolor, I mean. Isn't the Canadian provider being shit? Well, yeah, our internet. It's a third party, but it's a third party fiber. Can I speak? It is a third party provider that runs its connection through Rogers Internet, because we don't have access to the Rogers fiber, but they provide fiber here. So, and it's been great up until actually even after that outage, it was great. But then Reezy did say that Rogers is still having issues, so maybe they're still having issues for that. But yeah, fiber doesn't really experience congestion issues. So yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Because it's not going to be your connection. It's going to be if everyone wants to watch porn at the same time, making the connection be really congested while your speed remains the same. True. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I got to figure it out. Well, thank you, Xanity. You're always welcome in, and thank you. I don't know if I'm a great storyteller. I think I'm an adequate storyteller. I get the point across, eventually. But happy to have you here. And yeah, you are welcome any time that we happen to be streaming. I mean, you can also come by the channel if I'm not streaming. Just not going to be really anything to watch. At least live. Fiber's not truly fiber. It's a mix of fiber and copper. Yeah, it's weird too, because I don't know how many other people in the neighborhood have fiber through this company. I don't think it's very many. Because I hadn't even heard of this company before we were like researching fiber stuff. So I don't know. But yes, we're in Canada. I am a Canadian resident, born and raised in Canada. Yep. I'm starting to figure out watching VODs. I'm newish to Twitch in the last 2 years, but it's a great way to make friends and community so far. Yeah, cool. I was pretty much a Twitch newbie too when I started streaming, which is which is a fun way to do things. Oh, what is this site that I don't really know how it works? Let's actually use it. But yeah, VODs are fun. I try to save. I mean, my VODs only last 14 days, but I do highlight entire past streams, so you can watch the stream in its entirety after the fact. Oh, that is not supposed to be that angle. So we're going to fix that. It's supposed to be a flatter angle. Jumping in the deep end? Yeah, nice. So do you stream yourself too, or do you, are you just mostly a watcher? Also, what kind of, because you had mentioned mediums, are you a practicing artist? Do you do it more as a hobby? Have you been doing it long? What do I want to do here? I need to lighten this up, is what I need to do here. But yeah, also, if any of you who came in with the raid, if any of you need to, go take a nap, or you need to eat yourself, or you need to take care of some things, and you need to like hop off, like please feel free. Don't feel obligated to stay in. I very much appreciate y'all being here. But I also know that y'all have lives to live, so. Yo, Natty, thank you for the raid. Tech Nate, how you doing? I just started streaming on Tuesday. Oh, nice. Games for now, but I plan to expand other types of streams. Very, very cool. As for art and painting, thank you, Rain. I'm glad you liked the reference. How's it going, Natty? Hey, Mary.exe. First of all, fantastic name. Thank you. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome in. Let's give a quick shout out to Natty. But how you doing? How did your stream go? Let me catch up with what were you playing first, and then I'll catch up with it. Ooh, you're playing Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild is in my top 5 favorite games, so I'm gonna have to catch that VOD. Did some side quests. Very, very nice. Very nice. But let me catch up with some comments here. Zanity, it's mixed. I had family of artists and tried my hand at an art business. Made hand-sewn things. Ooh, very cool. Miniature clay sculptures, paintings, drawings, animations. That's awesome. But I'm good, Technate. I'm good. How are you? And thank you, Mary. I hope the vibe is good. I have so many shrines left. Are you down with OPP? Yeah, you know me. Am I drawing a chair? We are. We are doing a chair here and a chair over here. We might redo this chair because it's not quite as big as I want. But, But I guess, yeah, technically we are painting. But, hey, we are arting a chair. That's what we're doing. But yeah, welcome in, everybody. You may notice that the stream might get choppy or it might lag or something because my bitrate is all over the place because Canadian internet right now is being really, really silly because someone forgot to cross their T's and dot their I's and instead crossed their I's and dotted their T's and basically shut everything down for a bit, and it's still trying to recover. So you might notice bitrate problems. Please bear with us. I'm going to try and get that figured out for the next stream. I like that, arting. Hey, thank you, Technate. That's very nice. Distance, perspective, contrast. It's kind of artistic, right? Abstraction? Oh, thank you, Zanity. I do have water somewhere. Here it is. Also, we're going a little shorter than we usually do, because usually I would stream until like 8 p.m. Eastern. But today we're only going till 7 because I have some things I have to take care of. I have a grant to finish writing for some art stuff, and I have to eat. And I planned to do all that stuff before stream, but I had some errands to run that took way longer than I thought they would because everyone decided to get off work at the same time. So everything was very busy. So, any newcomers? I guess I should introduce myself too to any newcomers. I'm Soul Commodore. I am an artist who does art streams. Usually the art streams are Mondays, Thursdays, and sometimes Sundays. And then I also do gaming streams where we're working on the Paper Mario series on Tuesdays. And we are doing Breath of the Wild on Saturdays and sometimes Sundays. The Sundays alternate because the Saturdays alternate. So if it's a week where I do a Saturday Breath of the Wild stream, we will do a Sunday art stream. And if it's a week where I don't do a Saturday stream, then we do Breath of the Wild on Sunday instead. So let me see what's going on here. The chunky pixels represent the failures of society. Well, I'm glad you're seeing the artistic side of it, Mary. Hopefully I'll get things figured out because I'm thinking it might even be my like OBS or my computer that's doing it, like messing up the bit rate. But I'll have it figured out for next time. Hey, Technate, thank you for the lurk. I always feel like somebody's watching me. Yes, Jax, EST. EST. Also, Rain, thank you for the karaoke redeem. All right, so that means I got to sing everything I say for 5 minutes. So let me put on a timer. Countdown. 5 minutes. There we go. And 3, 2, 1, boom. Anybody know? Does anybody know how difficult it is to color match? I don't know why I made this floor such a weird color, 'cause it's very difficult to try to get this color back. I don't know how art conservators do it, but then again, they get paid a lot more than me. What's going on with the music? It's like it just looped in place. We're gonna go back here. How long have I been painting? I've been painting for... oh gosh. I really started seriously painting in like 2015 or so, maybe 2014, 2013. I guess about 8 years or so. For the longest time when I was in university, I actually hated painting. I mostly just stuck to charcoal drawings. But I've since learned that I actually like doing it. Then again, they get paid a lot more than me. That's right. That's right, they do. Did I have professional training in singing? Not at all, not at all. My whole family sings. My whole immediate family sings. My dad taught us how to sing. And he kind of taught himself to sing way back in the day. Charcoal is fun. It is very fun. And the paint of choice, Mary, is acrylic. Now that we can make our own tags, I should probably put the medium in the tags. I'll keep that in mind from now on. I would say that acrylic painting has now become my favorite. Although I still have a soft spot for my charcoal drawings. Ooh, ooh, rain. This is a controversial opinion. I am a fan of poutine. But I'm not a fan of gravy. So I don't like all types of poutine. I like very non-traditional poutine. Like pulled pork poutine. Any kind of poutine that doesn't have gravy. Mary, you're right. Who doesn't like smearing charcoal everywhere, though? It is very fun. Very smooth voice. Well, thank you, Zanity. I appreciate it. Painting is so relaxing. It really is. I looked up your charcoal drawings in the gallery. My gosh, some of them look like photographs. Well, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Actually, I'll put that in the chat in case anybody else wants to look. You can see my very out-of-date socials. Oh, that's the wrong command. There we go. There we go. For a second I thought your hot take was I like the popular thing, and I was like, so... That's what that dramatic pause was for. To make people think, oh man, he's just gonna say he likes poutine. And I do like poutine, but I don't like gravy. Ah, there we go. Thank you, Rain. 5 minutes is up. I promise the next time we have another like time thing for my next stream, I'm actually going to have the timer up on the screen, so. Thank you, yes please. Oh yeah, there, no problem. True art, performance, and visuals. Well, thank you. Thank you. I'm glad y'all enjoy. Okay, we got about 8 minutes left. So we're just going to kind of finish sketching out the rough idea of where this chair is in space. Like, I might, honestly, like, I might redo this entire chair. Like, the next time we do this painting, this might be a whole reclamation project. Because this chair was actually supposed to be closer to this door. I don't mind where it is now, but I also wouldn't mind seeing it closer to the door. But we'll figure that out. So wait, you only like gravy when it's in poutine? No, actually, I don't really like... I mean, when I say I don't like gravy, like, I don't... It's not a preference of mine. Like, I would prefer things not have gravy on it. If something has gravy on it, like, I won't turn it down. Like, if someone gave me a nice plate of mashed potatoes and it had gravy on it, like, I'm not going to turn it away. It's like, I'll eat it. I just wouldn't enjoy it as much if it didn't have gravy on it. So, I do like poutine. If someone gave me poutine where it was just fries, cheese, curds, and gravy, I would eat that, right? But I much prefer the non-traditional poutines, like pulled pork poutine. There's a mac and cheese poutine that I had once that was delicious. You know, like a bacon cheddar poutine where there was no gravy. It was just bacon and cheddar cheese, along with the other cheese curds and that. So that's what I prefer. But you know, that's just me. If you redeem that while he's playing a video game, he sings all the screen text. I do. I do sing all the on-screen text, which can make things very, very fun. Oh, I totally get you. I haven't heard of these other poutines, but I have to try them now. There is mac and cheese poutine. I know how I want to die. Mac and cheese is just macaroni and cheese in cheese gravy. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. As a Canadian can confirm, we eat poutine breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Reezy, don't lie. It's a wonder more of us don't have cardiac episodes. I'm obsessed with your mosaic effect in the painting. So cool. Oh, thank you, thank you. This this painting is actually going to get the same effect once we're done it. This painting has been a long time in the making due to positive life events, going on vacations and visiting family, and where we haven't had time to finish it. This is a very big painting. This is like 48 by 42 inches. So it's taken me a little longer working on it than I wanted it to. But, such is life. Oh. I don't know what Soul is saying, but legally we signed a contract. Oh man, Reezy, that's exactly what I was saying. I'm just going to type this because Reezy is at work right now. There we go. As an American, I've never even had poutine. Well, if you get a chance to eat it, if you're a fan of fries and you're a fan of gravy and you're a fan of cheese curds, which is basically just like cheese. Yes, Elle, and also I did get poison ivy on my arms, which stopped me from streaming for a bit because it was very itchy and very sore. But that's over with now. But yeah, if you ever get a chance to try poutine and you like those three things, I very much recommend it. Yeah, it is a very huge canvas. Canada, where an infant can sign a legally binding contract. That's right. Oh, you either, Mary. Yeah, it is very appetizing. U.S. citizen here too, and I can't for the life of me remember how I was introduced to poutine, but it was amazing. Yeah. Soul likes to hug plants, and sometimes the plants get mad about it. Yeah, that is kind of what happened. It was quite the ordeal, I must say. Had my arm all wrapped up, had to take like prednisone and all that. It was something else. Don't worry, Rain. I actually don't like playing with plants because of my allergies. But just that one time, I was clearing brush in my dad's backyard, and I came across some poison ivy that I didn't know was there, and I thought I had washed all the oil off, but nope. Hey, Zell, thank you for the lurk. Thank you for the lurk. I always feel like somebody's watching me. Sometimes the pixels get bigger, and at first I think my eyes are going wonky. I'm sorry. Next time, hopefully the stream is a lot better. Like the next art stream goes a lot better. The next art stream is actually going to be next Monday. Because I'm taking this Saturday off to hang out with my girlfriend, and we're actually going to be house sitting for a couple of friends. So we're only going to do a Sunday stream this weekend where we're going to be playing Breath of the Wild. But then, come Monday, we'll be back to this painting. And hopefully all of my stream issues will be done by then. We'll have everything figured out. What plant hurt me? Poison ivy. Poison ivy. And it turns out that I am extremely, extremely reactive to poison ivy, more than most people. Like, it's something when you walk into the doctor's office and they're like, oh, that looks bad. It's like, yeah, it is. To be honest, it looked a lot worse than it felt. But basically, this entire arm, up to my bicep, and this part of my left arm, all sorts of welts and blisters and all that, and just a very deep red rash, and there was some edema, it swelled up. It wasn't fun. It wasn't fun. And of course very itchy. And the edema with the swelling didn't feel good either. But we're okay now. We're okay now. Needless to say, I will not be hugging that plant ever again. You're not allergic to poison ivy? Oh man, that's like a superpower. I actually found out I might be immune to poison ivy. Yeah, you too, huh? Because I set up my camp in the middle of a patch and had no reactions. That's you know what? Hey, that's all right. I'm happy for you all. I'm happy for y'all. I wish I had that superpower, but alas, I do not. All right. Definitely not fun times. Glad you're still here. Poison ivy was the bad touch. It was the bad touch. Apparently, Reezy, apparently. You know what? For people who work, like, I should look into, like, getting, like, a closed captioning system on here. I should look into that. Yeah, I didn't know you could be... I knew that there were people who didn't react as much, but I didn't know that there were people who were immune. That is witchcraft. I didn't know my camp was in a patch until someone was helping me take it down. Huh. Well, apparently I am extremely allergic to it. Yeah. But hey, we're okay now. Now I've got a few scars on this arm. But you know what? Scars are cool. Chicks dig scars. My girlfriend digs scars. I mean, she would rather I didn't go through what I went through to get these scars, but hey, it's still a cool story. I've lived my whole life waiting for poison ivy to affect me, avoiding plants with 3 leaves. That's crazy. This explains why I've never had a reaction. Huh. Yeah, don't follow me into the woods. I'll lead you astray. Huh. Well, thank you, Xanady. Hopefully the next stream looks a little bit better, but scars mean you're alive. That is right. That is right. So, I will actually give you all a look, a further away look of what this thing looks like so far. Let me get out of here. But this is, man. This is our painting so far. So it's coming together. It's making its way. I actually don't hate where that other chair is. I might just paint it better. Give it some details and all that, but that's where we're at. And that's my hand. But thank you, Xanady. I appreciate that. And those emotes are great. Those clap emotes. Thank you, Mary. Scars mean your older brother's name is Mufasa and you're plotting to take the throne. Maybe. It looks like a genuine room. Thank you, Reezy. Big canvas indeed. Big canvas indeed. There we go. All right, so with that, I do have to get this grant done, and I do have to eat. So apologies for the quality of the stream, apologies for the length of the stream, but I'm very glad that you all came in here. I hope you enjoyed your stay, and hopefully next time things will be a little bit better. Get that grant. Yeah, that'd be nice. That would be nice. So I got to give some thank yous out because a bunch of people came in here. First, Potato Woe 2, thank you for the follow. L, thank you for the raid. Very much appreciated, as always. Xanady System, thank you for the follow. Same with Mary.exe. Natty by Nature, thank you for the raid. And Xanady, thank you for the glug glug. And Rain, thank you for the karaoke. I love that karaoke redeem. Thank you, L. I will take care of myself. Don't worry. If I don't get this grant done, it's not the end of the world. I would like to get it done. I just need to, my procrastination needs to stop, basically. But thank you all for coming in the stream. Thank you, Mary. Thank you for the kind words. Let's, before we get out of here, let's go find somebody to raid, shall we? Let's go find a friend. See what's going on. Who's doing what? Does anybody have any art friends that are streaming right now? Because I don't have any art friends. Um, Usually, I try to raid and run with. I mean, I'll be back in the stream, at least watching and lurking while I do the grant, and while I'm making food. But I usually try not to raid and run strangers. But we may have to this time. Um, if nobody has any art friends streaming, I know who we're gonna go say hello to. Uh, ah, my phone fell. There we go. You and Elle are my only art friends. Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, in the interest of time, all my art friends stream during the day. Fair enough. Fair enough. I am very pixelated right now. Goodness. I think you're the only art friend type person I have on live right now. I've always wanted to follow artists, but it's a slow snowball. Fair, fair, fair. Um. Okay, so in that case, the pixels are about society. Remember, yes, yes, you are right. You are absolutely right. In that case, we are going to um, go to a gaming stream, and we're going to raid a cool dude, very chill guy. Um, very much the same vibes as we've got here, except with gaming, and an action game too. He's playing Yakuza like a dragon right now, but I really love this dude's vibes. We're gonna go say hello to 8-Bit Blues right now. I gotta run for dinner. Tell the raid I said hi. I will. I will. Thank you for coming in, L. Thank you again for the raid. Let's raid Soul. Oh wait, but yeah, he's playing Yakuza. So let's raid um, 8-Bit Blues. Oh my goodness, I can type in the raid stuff now. That it finally works. All right, good. So yeah, we're gonna go say hi to 8-Bit Blues. Really chill dude. This dude did a playthrough of Celeste where he wasn't actively losing his mind through the thing. Like he was very zen about it. I was very impressed because Celeste, I love that game. Makes me want to tear my hair out. So yeah, with that, thank you again, everybody, for coming in. Really do appreciate it. Let's go send some love to 8-Bit Blues. And yeah, we will see you. Next stream will be Sunday at 10 a.m. We're going to be playing some Breath of the Wild. And then Celeste is on my list. I can use some Zen vibes. um, but yeah, we're gonna stream on Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern, playing some Breath of the Wild, and then Monday at 6 p.m. we're gonna be back here at the canvas doing some work. So uh, thank you all for coming in again. Really do appreciate it, and yeah, let's go share some love, shall we? All right, bye everybody.
All that's left is a whole show conglomerate in first. Almost there. That means whole show's going to show up to our next shareholders meeting. Does he have shares in our company? I love that. Really. Man, I did such a good job thinking about that. Hey Raiders, how's it going? Kind of cute Resi. Welcome, welcome. Zanity System. Appreciate it. Hey everyone. Hope y'all are all having a good day. Also, Mary.exe. Hey, how's it going? That that emote's making me feel some things. But yeah, Soul, what's up? Appreciate the raid. How'd the art stream go?